I don't know if we're showing up because, you know, oh, there we go. Sometimes YouTube decides to show our faces over in the little backside of the studio thing, and that's really helpful because then I know we are live. Hello, hello, everyone. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's the only way that we know that you are here. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're new, welcome. Say hello in the chat. Hang out with us a little bit. We're very friendly people for the most part.
For the most part.
I do like to give that for the most part because it could just be one of those days.
Might be.
It could be. Try not.
Might be.
There we go. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together we are PM Artist Studio. I'm so glad you guys are here. All right, let's say hello to everybody. I'm very happy that P is here, and she says she's going to hang the whole stream. If not, no worries. No pressure.
I'm going to try to tough it out.
No pressure. I'm going to turn that a little bit, line her up. Okay. We've got Adria, Barbara, Miriam's here, Bree, Candace, Carrie, Charmaine, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy is here, Erna, Estella, Griffin, Shale, that's Rhonda, Jennifer, Jolynn, Lizanne, Lori, Paul, ooh, all right, some people popped in there, Erna, let's see here, Jennifer McKinnon, I think, Lee Nelson, Lydia, Mary Ellen, Michelle, got her Michelle's representing. Love that. Nadine Shore is here. Panka, Pia, Robin, Rhonda, Rose Soto, SSOS, Sherry Black Dog Designs. Pia popped in there. Let's see, and who else? Somebody else, people. Anina at the top there. Becky Bokern sliding in there. Let's see. Silver Granny and Grumpy Gnome. That's Lynn. SWL Sherry. Textured Junkies. That is Sharon. The Shelly Studios, that's Margot, Tina Schwanberg, hello Tina, and Sharon, and let's see, did I say Robin? We'll say Robin, Marsha Markle. All right, so if I did not say your name from the list there, just give me a big old pinky hello hand, and I will make sure that I get you helloed. Hello, Lygia. All right, so P's back in the saddle here at the studio.
Absolutely, and I am really just going to wing it today. And pardon me.
It's allergies.
I have phlegm.
Lovely.
Anyhow.
It's allergies.
This ear is now open.
She can hear people. I don't have to yell at her.
She doesn't.
Speaking of which.
Anymore.
Can y'all hear her okay? Should I move the mic? I did mess with it, so. Just want to make sure. And I'm not hollering.
Anyhow,
so.
I was going,
You want me to go topside?
Yeah. I showered up and, you know, changed clothes and whatnot. And I thought my hair looked so good I didn't need a hat, so I didn't wear my new teal newsboy cap, which is really cute.
Eddie's here. Don't panic. Hey, Carrie.
Mariah
hey, Marguerite.
Put my new Vogue shirt. She hid it in amongst the black shirts.
I mean, it's in her closet. She was just not feeling like digging through the, you know, foot-long options of black shirts, I guess. It's a struggle.
I went gray on this one. I think this is kind of a nice
vintage feminist.
Vintage
the soul
feminist.
of a witch. The fire of a lioness, the heart of a hippie, the mouth of a sailor. All of these things apply. If you also are one of these people, you are in the right place. Or a supportive person of such said person. Like I am of my mother.
Yes. Okay, let's look at what Mariah's been doing with
my little book.
This and that.
Look at it. Hold that up into the technology. So remember the little wire things that P was making for her pouches and whatnot? Well, she gave me a few because she had some test runs over here, and I've been trying to figure out what the heck to do with them. And then that one just fit perfectly. And so then I put the little flappy thing there because I think I'm going to put a magnet dealie on the backside here. Hold it more towards yourself. There you go.
Yeah, and even if that breaks off or whatever, you've got this little thing here that you can attach some ribbon.
Well, I was going to try on a little dangle or something.
Oh, well, there you go. That also.
You can dangle things. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Colleen. Hi,
so
Dana.
I think that
Hi, Margie.
But that Mod Podge stuff, that is the perfect.
Here, this stuff.
Perfect.
You got to put it down and leave it alone. Don't touch it. I
Don't-
walked away.
Yeah, don't mess with it because if you put your finger in it, it leaves a print.
Or you can create bubbles. Most of the time the bubbles kind of come out of it. You can tap it or whatever, but you got to be real careful.
Yeah, this is, everybody should have some of this stuff in their glue repertoire.
But I thought, because remember, this was for the Makers Creative Collab, the metal, or pedal to the metal. It's actual metal. See, sometimes you can be literal. And there are flowers.
This, of course, it is, yeah. Metallic also.
And then luster. And I thought luster, with it being, you know, having the little shiny, what is luster? Luster to me is something that, I don't know, what is the definition of luster?
Luster is a,
Eddie picked that one. Come on, Eddie, tell me.
I'm just thinking that luster is something short of shiny.
Right.
It's a surface.
Hey, Devin, how's
treatment.
the move? Are you exhausted? We are.
Pearls have luster.
Okay. It's
All right.
kind of like Ranger Glossy Accent. Yes, yes, Brie. Thank you. And there's like a Nouveau product I think that is similar. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of y'all have things that are much like the Mod Podge dimensional stuff.
All right. Well, the timer's going to go off for
Yes,
my
hi, Mary Ellen. Hi, Jeanette.
meds sometime. I just don't know when.
What's up? What did you say?
My timer's going to go off.
Okay, take her.
Yeah, don't be frightened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pull out some of this stuff and
Well, we are officially done with all of the birthday festivities, thank goodness, because I'm a little birthdayed out. Because there's usually like, it's my birthday. Say yes to this thing. And I'm like, you know, I should say yes to that. But we did the pool yesterday, and it was hot. Like, officially hot. And we had to move pools, so I'm like, you know, texting people.
you had to move pools?
Yeah, because the one that's closest to us was closed down. But then all of a sudden, you know, when we were heading back, people were over there. Which is fine, because we actually like the other pool better.
I do too.
There's just more trees. It's just been there longer, so the trees are bigger. And, you know, anyway. There you go. I think she had an excellent birthday. Now, she said it was on a scale of 10 was a 7.
Well, did you drag her butt up and show her bedroom?
I don't know what that was about.
I wasn't going to get her anything. And I told her that when I bought her chair, her clock, and her fluffy pink rug. I said, happy birthday. Remember this when Gigi doesn't hand you a present.
Tell them about her little friends that came over and what they were doing on the...
Oh.
Because the pink fluffy
I
rug
was
is
just
quite lovely.
all of this hilarity going on in there. And got up to go pee and
Check on the children.
Yeah, and check on the children. And I looked in here, and they're just wallowing around on this pink rug like pigs in mud. 3 of them, just, you know, puppies, wiggling and jumping around and all, over and under each other and just laughing hysterically.
Who knew the pink rug was the big hit?
I hope they all didn't have static electricity and die as they touched the metal on the banister on the way down.
We need one of those little strips that, you know, as they get out, that, you know.
Yes, they have those at Los Alamos.
Hey, speaking of, oh, crud. So if you want, your fine liners came, and then Jeanette and, oh, forgive me. Jeanette was one of them, and another person mentioned about these little static bag things and how to make one, which I was like, okay, that's complicated. I can order something. That I can do. And I felt for $8, which was a little pricey, but then I'm like, my God, by the time I gather all that other stuff
What
up...
is this? Why are you talking about fine liners?
Well, sorry. This is how my brain works sometimes. Forgive me. It drives Brad crazy because he's like, what are you talking about?
She just jumps in on this stuff and I'm going,
Okay.
I don't know if I was involved in any of this. Now, I've not been involved in a lot of things, but it wasn't because I wasn't involved, it's because I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so remember when you were doing the little painty lines with the slick paint stuff?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Your fine liner bottles have finally arrived.
Oh, yay.
So,
Because the others were too fat.
right. Now,
Are they going to be able to squeeze into those other bottles?
Here's the el problemo that I kind of then was like, oh shoot, didn't really think about that. You're going to have to kind of pick which color to put into, because you get 2 bottles and one's the standard and one's like extra fine. But I think it really should be like black and red.
Or maybe white.
Or black and white.
I needed a third one because I like red. Red's a neutral as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, well, fair enough. Maybe you figure out which one you like the best, and then we order 2 more of like that particular lining ability. Anyway, while I ordered that, then the little static bag thing arrived. The little static bag thing is for embossing, for the embossing powders, because they noticed that I had issues with it sticking onto things. And I guess what you do is you rub the surface of it, then you do the stamping, then you put your powders on, and it shouldn't stick so much in those areas. So you don't have to do as much brushing and whatnot.
Well,
I had no idea. I'm learning, y'all.
Darn.
And I appreciate each and every one of y'all letting me know about these things, because I just don't know. And if you don't know, you don't know. But I like to know. I'm a knower.
Seriously.
Then I want to tell other people about it.
All right, well, we're going to do something with this.
Maybe we need a shirt that says, I don't mind knowing things. I'm knowy. If you know, you know.
And if you don't, you
You
don't. And it's kind of like people who, if you have to explain jazz, they won't understand after you explained it anyway.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I'm going to do anything to these really textured papers.
Oh, and Christy Hartman, hello. You said you weren't going to be here. Christy Hartman's interview is tomorrow. I'm going to update that thumbnail as soon as she gives me a picture. I thought I had one, but I don't. And then I looked through her Facebook, and
I really like
really
this
aren't
one, but
very
I
many
don't think
pictures of
this is
yourself
for
in there.
this one.
hi.
I've got some more.
Oh, hey, Ann. I was trying to see who else was popping in there. Darcy was saying hello, but you were here earlier, right? I'm pretty sure. Hello, Darcy. If I didn't.
Okay, we've got these two.
Yeah, saucy photo for thumbnail.
Saucy?
That's what Eddie said. He wants a saucy photo.
I don't know what that means.
Saucy?
Saucy?
I guess it depends on who you are and how much sauce you can give.
Well, probably more than most people can take. Obviously, that happened at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I'm muddling about. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion.
It's alright. You kind of are. But that's okay. I'm here to keep up the hilarity and talk to chat. They can look at your pretty papers.
Mariah says my eyes are open wider.
I'm telling you, it's different. And it was noticeably different, like, from before surgery and, like, right after. Well, not right after, because I didn't see her until the, morning after, but anyway.
Really like this one, but I'm going to put this back over here with my other turquoise one.
Okay.
And also this one. Okay, we'll do something
And
with
hey, Linda.
these. This will get us started and into the groove of things, right?
Miriam says less toxins in the body.
Oh.
Eyes more open.
Well, I've been drinking this detox tea, and I think that's been doing good things also. I think that's one of the reasons that I did so well in the hospital was because all of the teas that I consumed. All right, let's just talk about these. I think what I want these just to be a plain. I don't think I want anything on top of them right yet. I'm just going to go over them with one color.
Yeah, no pressure, Christy. No pressure.
And let's get our sprayer off and put something on those.
And hello, Isabel. Isabel says less swollen. I think so.
Well, crapola, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to do here.
Yeah, get to it, lady. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Well, I don't.
You know, you can come sit over here and tell me what to do, and I can roll out paint.
I don't know if I have the patience for that. I might have to holler at you.
Her blood pressure would go up. We should put the blood pressure monitor
Oh,
on while I
supposed
gel
to-
plate.
I talked to my sister. And she says hibiscus tea. Do we still have some downstairs?
Yes.
You need to make me some of that and have it on hand so I
I
can
really
drink
need
it.
you to, like, and I know everybody's going to be like, you just leave her alone, but I need you to step it up and get better, because I got things that you and I need to do.
Well, let me just rush right down there, you know?
I just wanted to
Gosh, I'm so sorry.
I just wanted to let you know that I have plans for us. Like, we need to redo the whole tea thing and figure out the tea section, because tea is all over the pantry. I try to keep it to one main section, but I've noticed it has migrated. And then I also want some purple things dyed, because we bought that purple dye for Izzy, but then I was like, I got a little pile of stuff.
They told me at the hospital when I left to not overdo.
I know.
I'm going to call them up and say, my daughter is pressuring me to hurry up and get well so that I can do clean the pantry, dye her clothes for her. Let me see, what else?
What I'm
And they're going to be on your case like a duck on a genie bug.
incentivizing.
They said.
Incentivizing. I am not pressuring.
You're
I'm
incentive. What's the
incentivizing.
incentive?
That you love me. I love
Well, that goes without saying. Of course I love you, but I think you need to be a little more lenient and understanding.
I am. I'm waiting for you.
Okay. Enough said. Let's get some paint on this plate.
When's the art start?
The art starts.
Hold my coffee. Hold my tea.
All right. I don't know what I want to put on here, so I'm just going to turn these things around until I find something that I think
See,
I like.
Mo's concerned about you pulling paper off the plate.
No, it's okay. Hey, I've been getting up and down out of bed, you know. And Mariah tucked my sheet in down at the end of the bed, so all I do is I grab a hold of it and pull myself up.
Do you not usually tuck it in down at the bottom there?
Well, I do, but sometimes it gets kicked loose and I just don't.
Yeah, I don't do a top sheet. I can't stand top sheet. Y'all can judge me as you will, but I can't stand it because it just...
I'm thinking yellow iron oxide here.
Do it. I love it.
I think it's going to look very vintage.
Okay, they're also concerned about the braying.
Oh, pshaw.
Pee, don't brayer. It will engage stomach muscles. It may be too early.
I'm just going to take it easy and brayer very lightly.
She's not going to do her aggressive braying.
I'm not. I'm going to just do my whisper brayering.
Whisper.
Actually, that hurts my shoulder. It doesn't hurt my stomach at all. My shoulder, you know how you lay on it wrong? And I mean, it's not good anyway.
It's the bad shoulder.
It's the bad shoulder. But it's been more so since I've been, you know, doing a lot of time in bed.
Well, we shall see. She's going to go lightly. She doesn't want to mess around.
I don't. I do not want to have to go back to the hospital anytime soon or later or whatever. Now, see, that wasn't too terribly stressful or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I just keep burping. You'll just have to live with that because it's part of the digestive process of realigning everything and
Is that what they told
getting
you?
the bubbles out. Yeah.
Okay. They did talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they sent me home with 7-Up. God.
And then you gave it to the baby.
I gave it to Izzy and I said, look at that. Oh my God.
That's fabulous.
Isn't that
Hey,
just-
that reminds me of your shirt. That one shirt of yours.
Oh, yes.
And
I love those colors. You know, this reminds me, did I tell you? I have this dream. I don't know if it's dream or reality of being combative
Yes.
after surgery, and it was in these colors. It was like one of those, you know, where the neons are fighting and kung fu. Yeah. be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a Powsie Wowsie.
Oh, what's Ann saying? Hello, one-handed artist. What was Ann? Hi, Eddie. I live in. Okay.
I am thinking light blue. I said green, but I meant blue. And I really want to get the rest of this paint out of here.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where she's at, Nadine.
What is it?
Sometimes just getting back to normal routine is better for our mental health, just as long as we don't jeopardize our physical health. Because I've noticed you've started getting bored, which means that she's getting better. And
I started reading a book. One by Ursula Le Guin. Ursula Le Guin. I can't remember. And I watched a whole thing about her, so I should remember. I've admired her for a long time. Her science fiction is very cerebral, and I love her. I have to always have a dictionary beside me because she uses words that I don't know what they are. That's always good, right?
Yeah.
I think one should learn new words. All right, now if we can just get this puppy.
Oh, and I know, one of these days they'll be able to do it like during the stream.
What is it?
Live captioning. They have to wait, like a lot of people wait to watch the replay and wait for it to go to captioning.
Oh, really? Yeah, I do a lot of captioning because I watch foreign stuff. But if I'm watching anything,
Oh, hey, Fran. Fran's here. She says Ursula Le Guin.
Ursula Le Guin.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. I've read a lot of her.
Le Guin.
Le Guin?
That's what Acme says. Uh-huh. And hi, Acme.
That could be right.
La Guin. Because she did it phonetically. So L-U-H-G-W-E-E-N.
Guin.
Guin.
Well, she was ahead of her time, and she was
Hi,
very
Brian.
active.
Oh, she's an Oregon author.
Really? I did not know that she lived in Oregon, but I think she's no longer with us, but it hasn't been that long since she. All right, now you see, I am not going to. I could sit here and piddle with that, and if I were painting something, but I'm throwing that away. Did you all see that? Susan?
Susan Gang?
Did you see that?
She threw something what?
I threw something away.
She cleaned it out as well as she could. She's moving on.
I'm moving on. The reason I chose this light, I've got way too much paint here, but that's okay. Blue is because I think it's going to pump up. See those little places there? That's why you want lots of paint. Because if it doesn't cover those little places up, it's not going to grab onto whatever is there. You don't have to push hard. You just have to.
I love that blue.
I know. I have a whole new thing of it. Now I can get it out.
I'm turning off the air. I'm cold. There's like cold air blowing on my neck and I don't like it.
And some ways I would say that this was definitely a powder blue. Wow, I don't like that. What did you just do?
Really? Because it actually balanced out the color better. Give it a second. She didn't like that.
If you really push on the wrinkles, it makes them much more, you know, like veiny-like, and not just a big glob of where you miss the paint. So just take a little bit to do that. And I can see my corners didn't catch. That happens so much of the time.
Jeanette said, I need to add something to either like the title or to the description that this is the stream where P threw something away.
Yes.
So we can refer back.
Yes, absolutely. For posterity.
I love it.
Isn't that wonderful?
I like that.
Lots of things going on there. Good crackling.
Oh, Isabel suggests you might move your chair up a bit. And then that way you'll...
Oh, I would have less...
Yeah, because see, what sucks about this desk situation, because it's kind of one of those things where it's a pain. Like, I have a hard time, too, trying to figure out, you know, like the height of the chair versus the height of the desk thing.
Yeah, and a lot of times over here, like right now, my feet are able to go on the ground.
Right.
So if I bring it up...
But you are too low, then, technically,
yes.
For the...
It's just it's the way that the...
You know what'd be cool is if there was a chair that had kind of a robotic sort of, you know, like it knew, you know, when you're
yeah, and
getting
it also
down.
had a little step, a little thing for your
Izzy's
feet.
has the little platform, which is
Yes.
pretty cool. Like it clamps on. I bet we could get a clamper for yours. I would assume they sell that part separately. Probably overpriced, but you know,
Yeah,
you're worth it.
I am.
We'll look into that. I think that would be a good solution because then you could up your chair a bit. But then see, getting in and out of the chair, because I actually had that problem downstairs, but but our desk's
That
lower.
was a bad move.
So I lowered he lowered the desk. Life-changing, y'all. Life-changing.
Life-changing. I was showing you my tea bags, and I just dumped a whole bunch of tea out there on my plate.
She teabagged her plate. That's funny.
But I am saving them with the intent of doing with them. I have no idea. None whatsoever. I don't know what this is down here. Is that on the back side? Is that on the... That's on the back side. No worries.
Oh, thank you, Mo. And Mo put in a link to tomorrow's stream because, yes, we will be interviewing Christy. It should be a good time. She's an interesting person. She's
been in
magazines and stuff. I don't know if y'all knew that or not.
She's done lots of things. Okie dokie. Let's see here.
Yeah, she has a little thing underneath there, but the problem with that is that it's more or less really like if you put your legs straight out. It's not a, you know, for the...
Okay, we're going to go with this green, which is kind of a metallic green. It has luster, I should say. See the luster? It has a whole bunch of other stuff in here I couldn't tell you. And it's a little bit constipated. But
we won't judge it for that.
We won't judge it for that. I can
just pointing it out.
Just making note of.
Sometimes she gets mad at me because she feels like I'm being judgy. I'm like, no, these are facts. Facts are not judgment. That's about feelings.
All right, I'm going to bring in a little bit of this yellow, which is a little more loosey-goosey. And we'll mix it up here. But I don't care if some of this kind of, you know, gets caught up, and I just feel like I'm moving in slow motion, and I apologize for that.
Hey, you go at your speed. It's fine.
And that's a lot of paint out there, but hopefully we can get two, because I'm pretty sure...
Gina, you should mention to her that she should reach out to us.
What is that?
Oh, nothing. I'm just playing around. Well, not really. I am serious, but
okay.
in a playful way. Broaden our audience. You know.
And even if some of this kind of goes out and it's not totally mixed in, that's not going to hurt my feelings either, because we're trying for a variety of greens. Now see that little piece right there? That's probably not going to resolubilize.
That's just chunky.
That's just a chunk of gunk.
Chunk of gunka.
So this is really a good thing to kind of smoosh it out and see.
Were you already thinking about these colors? Because Becky just pointed out that your bracelets are like spot on with the.
Well, I knew I was going to do the green. Remember, we talked about that. Need to clean my spatulas. They're all in dire need of some sort of. Now you can see how that paint is reacting and how it's puffing up there. That means it's old paint and actually smells kind of bad. I don't really care.
I don't smell it.
I'll tell you what.
It's amazing your sense of
My
smell.
sense of smell and my sense of taste is just incredible. I could tell the smells between the different
Floors at the
floors
hospital.
of the hospital. And I mentioned that to my little driver dude, and he thought that was interesting.
Hi, Alice. As Darcy said, future trinket for the little globby bit.
Oh, yeah, I could wait till
Just
it's
stack
dry.
them up. It's a new way of saving them.
Still thinking about what to do with the trinkets. I don't know. Since this has such a lot of open paper on it, because remember this was from stamping, I may just leave this as a long haul pull. But see this right here?
Oh. Robin says that Nicholas Wilton said that paint smells because it forms mold. Don't inhale too deeply.
Well, sugar biscuits.
Sugar biscuits.
No, that's color.
You're over it.
I'm over it.
Look at that though. Clean as a whistle just about.
It's because there was a lot of paper left there, but look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that surface quality.
Yeah. That's because, did that one have the tar gel stuff in it?
It could have.
And it does that. That shiny probably will stay. Now, it's not going to be that shiny. But that sheen, that luster that's there,
Luster.
will stay. Because when she originally mixed some of those little pots of paint, they have tar gel in them. Tar gel is a special little thing that, you know, a medium that should not be overestimated.
Well, I think it should not be
or underestimated.
It should not be overdone.
Yes.
And I think maybe I got carried away because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Because it's just a surface quality that it's really very
Maria.
difficult to achieve that. All right, that's lovely. That's one of our.
Oh, good gosh, that is a lot of work, Fran. She's currently stripping paint off a bookcase.
Oh.
Bookcase of what? Pigeonholes? What does that mean? Pigeonholes.
Pigeonholes. Oh,
Like for pigeons?
no, like that's what they call them in small little.
I'm just thinking, is there a poop situation
No,
that you gotta
no.
deal with? Because no, thank you.
non drawer. They just have the orifice.
Orifice.
There. What time is it?
30 minutes in. 34 minutes.
Well, I don't want to disappoint anyone.
That's right.
Okay, let's see here.
Okay, the
All
little
right.
bag has got to come down. And this is hanging high. Well, let me do that.
All right, I think that this is too opaque. I really like this color.
But it is like...
Really, really opaque. So that's a no-go there. Let's see. This might be good. This is another one of the weird ones that I rescued from the... Oh, and it's pretty loosey-goosey. Yeah, I think this is going to be
I'm sorry.
perfecto. What am I fat? pellet knives. Isn't that a gorgeous color? I could make that color again if I had.
Oh, by the way, Becky, she loves her her ATC. Did you sew that the other day? I can't remember. Yes, we did, right? Yes.
Mariah, I'm having trouble remembering what I did, 30 minutes ago.
Me too, obviously.
Don't put me on the spot.
I won't. But anyway, Becky says, PM streams are like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You gotta yell back certain things at certain times. We like that.
That's great. I love it.
I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I do too. I need to watch that. That'll make.
And there have been like little points in time in my life that it's kind of like a marker, which just gives me a chuckle. So it kind of keeps building little stories with it.
This is a lot more opaque than I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to do is go to Plan B here.
Mm-hmm.
And grab the stencil. I said I wasn't going to use any stencils, but I lied.
Miriam wants you to drink water.
Okay, thank you, Miriam. I should. Because, not only did I have all this other infection, I had a kidney infection that I didn't even know I had.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get some cranberry juice. Here's the problem. We're trying to balance the wow, my ear just went. Trying to balance the problems with the kidney with the sugar for the stomach.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Okay, I'm turning it over. I'm using the ball side to really get down into the creases and crevices.
Now, these are going to turn into a book that go into the pouch. Isn't that right? Or are you still kind of working that out?
Well, no, a lot of these are I'm going to cover the pouch.
Okay.
With. And then, yes, I would like to go ahead and do some kind of a, pardon me, a different foldy kind of book. No, different foldy kind of book.
Different foldy.
Oh, look how cool that looks.
I like that. And I think that if you sprayed it or did your washouts,
after
you could
that
really
dries,
yeah,
I can really bring that other pattern to the surface and have it really
and match up to the other papers too. Because if you did it, with something more yellowy, you definitely bring it into the wheelhouse. I believe that, Becky.
Okay, that one's flat.
Maybe we should all try to plan a arty retreat meetup around Halloween time, and then we could all go to like one of the. They do them here in Dallas, where you go to the theater and you get to bring like the toilet paper and like Sharon was talking about, and the toast. So what all do you need? You need a newspaper. You need toilet paper, toast. What are some of the other things to bring along? Those are the three that I remember. Addie says, come to Boston. October in Boston is fab. Will your house be done? Do we get to stay with you? Those are the questions. Water gun, yes.
Look at that. You've got low contrast, you've got high contrast, you've got in-between contrast. And again, going over this with one of my washouts once it's completely dry. Got a tape situation over here, folks. It's hanging on my arm.
Have another swig of water.
Have another swig of water.
I like that one. It's got some nice texture, as you said. Texture.
All right, let's put these over here out of the way. We've got one more to go.
Oh, is that with your, that group that you're meeting up with, Fran? She's doing a 2-day workshop in early June. We will be gone June 3rd through 6th. Josh will be here to stream with P. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking.
Okay. I have stamps over here too if you want to stamp anything.
I don't think so. I have one more brayer off that I want to do here.
Okay. Yes, everybody have a little sip of water. Hydrate. I don't have my water. Well, I do have a water over here, but that's from a couple days ago. It has been covered. I don't leave just water out. I don't like drinking out of glasses that have not been covered. I have a thing.
I can drink out of mud puddles.
But yet she wanted a brand new straw. I was like, oh, okay. She didn't want a previously used straw. But the cup's fine. It's been sitting out for days. That's fine.
I never
You know, everybody has their different lines.
That's right.
Huh.
That's right.
Oh, it's with Carol Massey. She's painted royalty. All right.
What is she talking? What are they?
Fran.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know who she is.
Fran, we need more information.
Carol Massey is the person that she's having or doing the workshop or putting on the workshop.
Well, let us know how it goes.
She's getting very excited about it. Hi, Gerald.
Hi, Gerald. I read your comment.
No,
what were you in the hospital
for? This was Gerald G. That's Gerald J.
Jeez.
I
knew we
have
were
to
going
let
to
her know.
have two Geralds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, other Gerald, if you're watching, I want to know what you were in the hospital for.
What were you in for?
Yeah, what were you in for?
That's this crowd.
Talk to me about your
ailments.
surgeries. Izzy wanted me to show her little friend Kent my scar, and he didn't. He was like, but you know, that bastard calf look. Ran over behind the bed. I said, "No worries, honey. I won't. I won't drag out my scar unless you want to see it." But Izzy was just sure. I mean, that's the first thing that she said. I want to see your scar.
Yeah.
She's kind of a gruesome little.
She is. She always has been. I mean, since itty bitty. Oh, that's lovely. Well done.
That nice? And look, and we have another one over here. That one's drying nicely.
Yes, but Gerald does go by Jerry. But our other Gerald is with a J.
No, with a G.
Yeah, well, G Gerald is here, but G Gerald here goes by Jerry.
But J Gerald isn't.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Keeping it straight. Okay. They like that print.
That was a nice one, wasn't it? It was very, very cheerful Hawaiian kind of thing.
Bye, Miriam. Thanks for hanging.
Bye, Miriam.
I don't know if is much coming up off of that or.
Well, some is, but now see, this is because the paint is still wet. And wet paint doesn't come off very well. But look at how it did the
I like
here
that.
and here. I think it's really cool.
Like if you planned that, that would never happen.
I wouldn't have never. It wouldn't have. No. It would not.
Like what I really want to do is leave the strip here and then pull up the paint at the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
That will not happen if you want it to happen.
It will not. All right, let's pull this off of here with some.
Well, P has been keeping a much more, you know, like normal sleeping schedule since you've been
Other
back.
than I just, you know, I mean, I just go. My limit right now is about 2.5, 3 hours, and then I'm down.
Yeah. But you've been
But
getting
I
up in
have
the
been
morning.
sleeping.
So
And
much
this is
better.
the first time in years, a 5 hours, 6 hour stretch. And how do I know that? Because that's what I have my pain meds on.
And it wakes you up from a deep
Yeah.
sleep, which, yeah.
Just can't. I can't explain to someone who hasn't, you know, had that sensation of what deep sleep is like.
Oh, Jim, well, we're thinking of you, man. Yeah, that's,
What?
it's having, his hip replacement has gotten infected, so you may have to have it done again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, our thoughts are with you.
That they are.
He's in the hospital. Well, I'm glad you're watching with us.
Are the nurses nice? Tell them I'll come over there and kick their booty if they're not. I don't have any problem with that. I went with the tissue paper because we haven't, we have some large pieces of the hammer mill downstairs, but we've got to figure out how we're going to incorporate them into.
Yeah, we need a little rearrangement over there, methinks. That's
Yeah,
always fun.
I think it would benefit from that.
Well, or I see some, you know, we could address that situation back behind there again.
Now, see, this is the kind of print that you can come in with your stamping and very easily add some interesting details in the
Yeah.
areas that have less line design. Pardon me.
Oh, I totally understand that, Andy.
Oh, Sophia's arting along with me. She has her gel plate out. Yay.
And Sophia, I know I owe you some sample stamps. I'm just trying to get a good bunch, then that way I can ship it over. I have them collecting. I just, you know, I was going to wait for June. We're going to try, I think, to get June stuff out. I don't know, because we are going to be gone. Now, we do have the boys here kind of helping. We're not going to have them pick orders just because they're just not there yet.
Oh, yeah,
It's a learning process.
Try that. I was seeing that was already.
No. We're like, you know what? We're going to have them do inventory. That way, you know, it's lower pressure on them. Because we didn't want to overwhelm them on... It's a lot. Like, the process of going through an order, it's not difficult, but there's a lot of steps to it. And we screw up. And we sort of know what we're doing.
See when that starts to happen there?
Runners.
If you come in and you kind of give it a...
Exactly, Robin. Exactly.
Now, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yes, it's been a little like... Every time we're like, ooh, okay, we have kind of a little break. It's like, then some other... It's, you know, it's the birthday party thing. It's, you know, taking care of P and just, you know... taking care of things that just sort of pop up and we're like, okay, well, we hadn't planned on that, but okay, let's just take care of business.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
This probably would have been a lot more successful if I hadn't hurried it.
Yeah.
but I don't really care. It's not like the end of the world, and I'm going to leave behind some interesting. I'm hoping that there's going to be some green behind some of those.
Yes, life being lifing. Estella, that is exactly right. And then I hope, where is our dear Paula? Is she here?
But look how cool that looks.
That is fabulous. And here's the thing. In those places where the paint did peel off, you could always come back with wash, you know, the washouts or sprays or whatever to put in a color that you know, thought it needed.
Now we still have green. That's cool. I like that. We have green, and let's see, I've got a green over here that I...
That is exactly right, Sophia. And we're getting a little better about, like, kind of recognizing that and just, you know, like the family life stuff and making sure that that's being taken care of alongside, or sometimes the business stuff, it's like, you know, that order can go out tomorrow. It doesn't have to go out right now, sort of thing. We're getting better about that. And Mo, in the very beginning of, like, us doing all this, she was always just very, like, Mariah, just remember. She's always been really good at that. And it does help, and I do remember it.
This is Phthalo green.
And I owe Mo some things. I need to take some pictures. Can you remind me? Well, you can't remind me. I'm going to put it in front of my face right now.
Okay, so here are two...
I'm going to take it downstairs. Take pictures of it.
This is Phthalo green blue shade. That was what I just had here.
Okay.
Then you have Phthalo green yellow shade, and you can see there's a little bit difference in them. What we're going to do here is just try to get some different things going on here. We know we've got that lime green, kind of where the blue is, that's where the lime green is.
Yes. Exactly, Becky. Are you going to kind of mix those together?
I am.
I love it.
Wipe their dadgum nose because it just...
makes for a little happier bottle.
Makes for a happier next time.
Next time. It's prep work for next time.
And see, I did a really good job on that. And these you have to do a bit of shaky, shaky, shaky.
They don't have balls in them, though.
They don't, but they should.
You would
I guess they just think the little ones don't need balls.
They got to grow into the balls.
Yeah. Doesn't happen till they go to the next size larger.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, might have a ball in there. Just takes a little bit to wipe their nose, and you'll be much happier with yourself later. Okay, I'm not getting Big Bertha because I have to reach for her, and that hurts me.
Do you want... I can come over and... Do you want her?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Carrie, he has extra balls, and he drops his balls into the ones that need it. So, when your paints run out, hold on to your balls. That's the lesson here. Because you might need them for another time.
You might. I'm going to try to hurry up and get something down here while this is... because it's crazing out on me. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I like it. I think it adds another...
Ooh. You gotta be careful. This one has some kind of lifty-pulley spots.
I'm trying to go slow.
I'm telling the folks at home. It's an awesome stencil, but it is one of those ones that, like, you kind of may need to even come at it from different directions, because if you just go, you're gonna rip something off.
Rip something up. And you won't be happy. Okay, I don't like that blob of yellow out there.
Hi, Trisha.
I think the blob of yellow happened out right over the top of
Yeah.
some of that blue, so that's going to be okay.
Yeah, those heavier cracks where it's not going to show through anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's let that dry. It should dry rather rapidly.
I can see
Kinda
Mo now
anticipate.
you know, direct messaging Becky. She
Probably.
wants to know. Hi, Cat. You can order balls from Amazon. If you are missing or lacking, they may be ordered from Amazon. Wonderful. I love it. I might have to start a new category in our Amazon store.
Even though this is leaving behind some things here, it's doing it in a way that I'm happy about, because this is going to be interesting stuff for the next print, and I can go over this print if I so desire with one of the washouts to fill in and augment the white that is now appearing in the print. But gosh, I just love these colors so much. And I love but my plate still smells slightly of vanilla. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous?
I love that one.
Me too.
Maybe we need a joke swap.
Right up there.
That would be fun.
And see, I'm getting another nice little sprayer off going over here. Okay, now always when you do this, make sure you turn your plate over to see, because the color you're seeing on the other side is not the color you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. It's this kind of moldy green, which of course is one of my very favorite colors ever.
Thank you, Nicola. She says, that is gorgeous, P. So glad to see you back.
Thank you.
And not that M and family didn't do a great job. I know, and y'all have been so funny, like, as far as, you know, Nathan and the kind comments about him. And I was a little leery of even telling him that he should go read the comments, because I didn't want him to become even more, you know, humble than he already is about these things. But it was really sweet.
I have to do Rubik's Cube to get my paints out.
It's like one of those little movie...
Because if I pull it out all the way, it falls out. What I'm using over here is I think it was, Carmichael put the wheels on it for me.
It's a little nightstand.
A little nightstand, but it was sitting in the alley after somebody's garage sale, and I just picked it up.
Freebie. And he put wheels on it.
My God, it has had so many lives. I use it for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put some corks on the handles because they stuck out on the other side. And
I thought that was pretty brilliant.
Didn't you think it was
Yeah,
brilliant?
I noticed. I tightened your things, your knobs up.
Thank you, because Izzy untied. Do you know she does that?
Does she?
Booger?
Mm-hmm.
She and sometimes she
Hey,
completely
Cynthia.
undoes them.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're going to try a little purple.
You missed the whole ball thing, Sharon.
Little purple here.
I like that purple with the yellow that's showing. And I can't ever say, isn't that one yellow?
It's yellow ochre.
Oh, that's the yellow ochre. Okay, it's not the open one.
No. Although, you know what I'm going to do since you mentioned that? I'm going to put a little bit of that in with this and just make a really, I'm hoping, lovely brown. Because in the forest you have trees and stuff that have brown on them.
Yes. Wood.
This is yellow oxide. Just like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a bit more transparent, pardon me, perhaps than the,
Yes, it's more transparent than the
yellow
yeah,
ochre that I used previously.
yeah. That was the Amsterdam one, right? Previous.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. Okay. Oh yes, those of you who have come in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and do all that YouTubey business. You want to hit those bells and tell you, hey, let me know when things are happening, and they might just do it.
And sometimes if you don't want it blobby in certain spots and you want to check, you just go and look at the back side and it'll tell you what's there. Then if you want to come in and you can scrape up some of that stuff and move it around to other areas. That's allowed.
It's allowed.
I don't know. You know, it's at that stage that I can't tell. But I think that's it.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I love the browns that you create with the purple. I find those to be the most lovely browns.
They really are, aren't they? Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
I really do like them also. I think that they're just more interesting, and I think part of it is it's just because they're just not the same brown everywhere.
Well, in nature, the browns that you see are going to have, and even just depending on the lighting and things.
Oh, absolutely. Lighting is such a crucial factor.
Yeah.
Just really, you can't put an important label enough, you know. This should be flashing and shining at you.
I love that. Now, the really cool thing about these sorts of papers, like this, is once it has dried, because this is very important, you want it to dry. So if you start messing with it right now, it could start bleeding out.
Yes, because I remember I used open. Now what I'm doing here is I'm taking away the rest of the excess that was, you know, that didn't get pulled up with the tissue paper. And I'm just braying that off over here. And then we're going to get to a really nice pattern here. If I had something I could lay that down, but I don't.
But once that tissue paper has dried, you can come back and put either sprays or the washouts on them. You could glaze it with another
Now
layer.
look what a wonderful print that's going to be.
And same thing with this one.
It's, you know, just that little bit of open in that yellow iron oxide really
Extends your work time.
It also allows me to come back in with my brayer, pick up and help delineate the pattern of the stencil by removing the paint that was left over from this one. Because there was a lot of paint on there.
Yeah.
But I love doing this over the stencil because look at the interesting textural patterns that you get.
Hold that up into the...
That you would not otherwise get.
And keep in mind that that sort of speckling, that texture that you get there, is going to vary as the paint builds up on your stencil. Because when it's brand new, you're more likely to get, especially with open paints, more puckering.
Little pimply dots.
Right. But then that's what builds up and creates the texture for the next time. So if you let that layer dry onto the stencil, then the next time you're kind of already pre-textured, and it sort of just starts to evolve. Those are also going to be kind of interesting areas depending on the paints that you use and, you know, how long you were utilizing the same stencil, on whether or not paint comes back off of it, if you like that whole.
And this is another candidate for either spraying or using washouts, because you have a lot of white paper here. So you could come in with a variety of your greens, green it out. You could leave your hibiscus flowers as is and just hit the green matter so that you've got
that would be kind
all of this kind of going around in the background here, and really, you know, highlighting your flowers and just leaving them as is.
And you could do that from the back side of the print to get different.
You can see it on the back side also. And you do get a different...
like if you wanted to do it more painterly, like more purposefully in certain areas, you could do that. That would be interesting.
True. And the thing about doing it that way is you're getting, depending on the paint that you use, and the opacity of the paint that's already on there, is going to go through. Over here on this side, it's going to pretty much repel. But there's still the paper on the back that's going to absorb the paint that would not otherwise be absorbed on the other side where it has been painted over with the acrylic paint. Okay, this needs to set, but let's turn it over and see what it looks like. I think it's going to be splendid.
Woo! I love it.
I almost like the ghost print better than
that one.
Than this one.
Well, that one's going to leave you a lot more opportunity to have, because all of the sort of whitish areas you see there.
Yeah, the conversation with making it certainly true.
Oh, good call, Eddie. Eddie says that he likes to take his tissue prints, put down a layer of clear textured gesso, then use the pencils to color them in. You know, she's all for that sort of business.
Yeah, and I love that sort of business. You know that I do.
I don't really love that sort of business because it frustrates me and it's very long. I don't have that kind of attention these days. I got other things I need to be doing. I feel guilty about that, like how much time I would need to spend doing that and the amounts of other things I probably should be doing as an adult person. And Susan Bilyeu's also, she's into that sort of business with the pencils. And Rose loved the earthy mushroomy color. That is a very good description of that color.
It is. I'm going to use some.
All right, have you been drinking water? Do you need more water?
I've been drinking water.
Okay. Shall I go get you some?
I have some in the bedroom.
I'll come around.
It's in a jar.
I don't know.
Just get it. Don't
judge it.
Don't judge it.
Just get it.
Just get it. Remember, this is going to dry fairly rapidly, so you don't want to expend too much time doing that kind of mucking about there. But since there wasn't much on the plate to begin with, I think it's okay to do this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And there might be more there than I think, because I'm starting to see some kind of things through there.
Yeah. Hi, Jackie. Robin is, she says you sound tired.
I kind of am a little bit.
Okay. Hey, we can call it.
Oh, look at how cool that looks. Isn't that going to be a beautiful surface to either stamp on?
I'm kind of interested, like, once you do pull that print, I think there's other things there that you...
That I'm going to see more.
Uh-huh.
And because of the glare of the
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of see a little bit up there. Yep. Where the blue is.
I can see it through the paint more than anything, and that's why I said I think that there's more there for sure.
But anyway, there's going to be some really cool stuff. I definitely want to let this set. Like I didn't for the other one, but...
Okay. Alrighty, folks. Yes, I think that this is a very good time to kind of call it an...
Oh, I want to show them all the print. Let's go through all the prints.
Okay.
We never did even get to those. Oh.
And there's meds.
Meds. And I have learned to
just reset.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And don't wait till you take your meds. Go ahead. Okay, see, I'm going 6 hours now. I'm up from 5.
Mm-hmm.
Without taking anything. Okay, I'm taking a vitamin C, a vitamin D3.
Oh, we already got them cut, Carrie, so we'll be showing them soon.
And, of course, yeah, the ibuprofen.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make sure that it goes down all the way, because if it gets hung up there, it's a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that water needs to be changed. It's kind of stale tasting.
Hey, that's
okay, look at this. We did these two. And of course this. I really do love this. I think that this would benefit from a real pale gold. Maybe. Where it didn't cover up any of the flowers.
Maybe the interference?
Yeah. Of course, I love this one a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think this one, even though it's kind of...
It's a little brighter.
Flu-fluey.
Flu-fluey.
You can pick out your leaves and your flowers. It's low contrast as opposed to high contrast. I think it's kind of nice to have, in between.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, remember we just caught this and this because this part here was still
on the plate.
Was wet from the open yellow iron oxide. I think this is delightful. It's a nice crisp little print with a lovely brayer off background. And of course this one. I wish you could feel it.
It's mealy.
It's mealy.
Oh yeah. But it has that shimmery.
It does.
I'm telling you, there's tar gel. There was tar gel in that paint.
I think it's probably tar gel in the old one that was really, really mucky.
Yeah, because that's the only way you get that sort of... See how it shines like that?
Yeah, it's more... It's shiny. It's not luster.
Mm-hmm.
It's past luster.
It's officially moved on into shiny.
Past mustard. Past luster.
It passed the muster.
Okay.
Went through luster. Now it's shiny.
I think that was all we got around to, which, I don't know, that doesn't seem like very much.
That's okay. I think it's fab. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for hanging out here with us. We will be back here tomorrow with Christy Hartman's interview, and then we'll see, you know, kind of what happens afterwards, and we'll just see where P's at as far as, you know, if we want to do anything or if we just do the interview. I am totally fine with that. I think everyone else is as well. And then, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging, guys. Bye.
Oh, thanks, Liz Ann.